Welcome to the Garage Gym Experiment podcast, where we dive deep into the home gym scene. Each week, we put out Sunday surveys where you tell us your thoughts on products, builds, and all things home gym related. We're here to break down the numbers and to talk shop. So thanks for listening, and let's get started. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Garage Gym Experiment podcast. My name is Adam, and I am joined by Jake and our guest this week, Mark from Flex Marks the Spot. Mark, how we doing?
I'm doing really good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, it's good to have you on tonight. On tonight's episode, we're going to go over the Sunday survey results, where we will cover some general home gym personal questions. In part two, we have a Q&A prep for Mark, where he'll get into the content that he creates and his basement gym. But first, Jake, let's get into those numbers.
All right, to start off, and this is a question we did receive from a specific company. I don't know if they were thinking about this or what, but if your favorite American company switched to overseas, would you still buy from them? And it seems like most people would. So 43% said yes, 32% maybe, 16% doubtful, and then 8% definitely not. So about 3/4 were at least maybe. I thought this was somewhat surprising. What did you guys think?
Yeah, first glance here, it is a little surprising, but kind of thinking through it a little bit, it kind of does make sense. I mean, a lot of these American-made companies have a little bit of a higher price point, and if it's someone's favorite company, they're probably making good products. So if they had the opportunity to lower the price and not really lower the quality too much, it makes sense that people would still be willing to buy from them.
So you're saying if Kabuki decided to move their transformer bar overseas, you would still consider it?
If the price is right.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, when I look at this, I think about when I was first starting my home gym, buying Made in America wasn't such a big deal for me. I was just trying to fill my gym with the equipment I needed to train. But now that I have an established home gym, I make it a point to try to get some more Made in America products in there. So seeing these numbers, I think you have to take into account like where people are at in their home gym journey. Are they just getting started, or do they have an established gym where now they're filling it with more premium products and maybe something like Made in America?
Got it. All right, let's move on. All right, what kind of flooring do you have? Stall mats, rolled flooring, puzzle mats, or other / none. 69% said horse stall mats. About 10% have those puzzle mats, which is puzzling. Six.
Boo.
He's a dad, ladies and gentlemen. There's your dad joke.
It's not really, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Dad joke. All right. 6% have rolled flooring. 6% are rich. And then, no, I'm just kidding. 15% have other or none. We did this survey like 2 to 3 years ago. Same exact question, and overall results didn't change too much. So mostly horse stall mats. No real surprise here. It's sad that 10% still have puzzle mats.
Well, Jake, in Neural News that you just released, you did point out how terrible the Amazon Prime like gym essentials list was, and lots of puzzle mat options in there.
Puzzle mats front and center of the home gym essentials list on Amazon.
Get your gym flooring.
Yep. All right. Anything else to add here? Mark, I think you're more of a deadlift platform guy. Is that correct?
Yeah. That's what my main rack here is on. I have another little piece of plywood kind of in the corner also, but that I have another rack on. But yeah, it's a DIY platform that I put together.
Yeah, it's pretty solid. All right, let's move on. What's a better bench to start a home gym with in this price range? So I'll be honest, this question was inspired by Gluck's review. I was just curious to hear what people thought. Personally, I was like, I wouldn't start a home gym with a flat bench. So there you go, Gluck. We asked whether you would use an FB 5000, which is a flat bench, kind of a robust option from Rep, or an adjustable AB 3100, Not quite as robust, I would say, as the FB5000, but a solid sized adjustable bench with quite a bit of good reviews. Just a solid bench for a lot of people to consider as their first option. And that received 76% of the votes. FB5000 only 18%. So over 4 times more votes than the FB5000. Only 6% said they had no clue. Any thoughts on this one?
No, not. It's not really that surprising. I feel like most people, even in the early stages, know that a adjustable bench is going to be a little bit more versatile, and with how much the FB5000 has been going up in price over the past couple years, I mean it's pretty close to what the 3100 is. So
Yeah, my very first bench in the home gym was the AB 3000. The only difference there is that it can go decline as well. And I have no plans on getting another bench or a new bench anytime soon. That's a great bench and great price too.
I'll say I have a FB5000 AB5200. While that is a more premium adjustable bench than the AB3100, I will say that I literally find zero need to have the FB5000. So I definitely think if you're starting a home gym, just go with an adjustable bench as opposed to a flat bench. All right, let's move on. A few more questions. So, how many fitness apps do you use? So, we have about 35% saying zero, 33% saying one, 23% saying two, and then 8.5% saying three or more. We did see a little bit of a shift up compared to 2019. So, for example, 39% said they were using zero fitness apps versus 35 this time around, and then a slight bump for each one, two, and three or more. So, for example, as opposed to 8.5 this time around, 7.7 had three or more. Not many people are using a massive amount of fitness apps. Are you guys using any fitness apps? And if so, are you surprised by these numbers?
I'm using primarily a Whoop. That I mean I'm considering that a fitness app here. I'm not. I guess depending on what's categorized as a fitness app here, if it's like an app where you get your programming from, like a Juggernaut AI, or um, like just a tracker.
Maybe it wasn't clear, but I would consider basically any sort of technology app that you use. So personally, I said two. I use a Garmin watch and then a Whoop. I'm not using Juggernaut AI, but I would consider that fitness app as well.
Oh,
So
100%. Yeah. Yeah, currently I'm only using one, and there's an asterisk next to my one because, I use my Garmin watch as well. So I have the app on a device, but I never open the app. So I just use the watch for tracking heart rate and distance, and that's it. But technically, I still have the app, and it syncs up to the watch when I use it. So I said one.
I think the big takeaway for me was compared to 2019, not too many more are using fitness apps.
Yeah, I think I would have expected to see at least the people who are using at least one. I would have, from 2019 to 2022, I would have expected that jump to be uh, maybe double digits. So it's really surprising to see that only at 5%.
I would agree. All right. Next topic. If you had to do one of the following, which one would you do? So, would you do a powerlifting meet, OCR, or Spartan race, CrossFit competition, or strongman event? The easy winner here was powerlifting event or powerlifting meet. No real surprise there. Next up, CrossFit competition. Third, OCR / Spartan race. And then number 4 was the strongman event. So, what would you guys do?
I guess technically, because it's the only one that's running related, I put OCR Spartan race. Although I don't think I'd do an obstacle course race. But that's the one that I picked.
Have
But
you
other
never
than
done
that,
one? Have you never done one?
I've done a handful of them. I
I,
have no
li-
interest in doing them anymore.
I like them. They're fun though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I had fun with it for sure. But I guess if it's not going to be like just a running event, if it had to be like obstacle course, I'd rather do a powerlifting meet.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think when I did the survey, I chose powerlifting meet because I think that's the one I would probably do the best in if I were to do one here soon. But the one that I would probably like to do more is a strongman event. I mean, that seems like a lot of fun. I've done CrossFit competitions before back in the day, and they were all right. And it feels like strongman events are probably uh, less CrossFitty versions of that, I guess, where
Yeah,
it's just like a lot of varied activities that aren't just taken to crazy extremes.
they look fun and functional actually too. So, let's move on to, do you worry about making too much noise? 65% say no. 19% say yes because of people in the house. 14% say yes because of neighbors. And then only 2% say yes because of some other reason. So about 2/3 are not. This next question is just like, who's answering these questions? So 71% played high school sports, 27% played college, 56% look on the used marketplace for gym equipment weekly, 58% have attempted an overhead snatch, and I added overhead snatch just to be really clear. A lot of the people did get quite a bit of like follow up DMs, like, don't you just mean snatch?
I was
Um,
about to give you one too.
yeah, I was just trying to be really clear and apologize if that made it even less clear. But 58% have. That's down from 64% back in 2019. 73% have attempted a clean and jerk. That's down from 79% in 2019. So both of those lists are down a little bit. And then the last one we have is a repeat question. When asking which statement you would say is true, is it training for life or training is life? And then 74% said training for life rather than just like training is life.
I want to hear your guys' answers though, because I'm very curious. I know how I answered, and I'll tell you in a second. But how did you guys answer? Training for life or training is life?
I answered training for life. If I would have been asked this in 2019, it would have been training is life, and yeah, I got pretty burnt out when I kind of took that approach. Now training for life. I feel like training is a lot more enjoyable and it's more beneficial in the long run.
Yeah, this one was easier for me. It was definitely training for life. For me, I'm not the strongest in the world. I'm not chasing after records or anything like that. If I don't work out, I'm a cranky ass though. So like the primary reason for me to like work out every day is so that I'm mentally able to like be around my family, try and have a clear mind for work. So that's why I would definitely say training for life versus training is life. Adam, are you going to shock us with your answer? It sounds like you might.
No, I just said training is life. I don't know. I just that gym bro is still stuck in me, man. I love working out in the gym, but I'm with you, Jake. Like if I don't go to the gym, like my wife is like, she's like, go work out, like get out of here, go work out because no one likes to be around you when you're like this. I'm like, all right. So yes, like it keeps me normal. It keeps me, even keel. But like the way I train, I'm not benefiting myself physically. If anything, I think I'm hurting myself as I get older. Like
No,
I'm gonna be a mess when I'm older, and I have no problem with that. You know, 33-year-old Adam says I have no problem with that. We'll see how I feel later, but
Um,
yeah,
answer this question again after the 50-mile race and see if
yeah,
training
right,
is still life then.
yeah. I'm definitely Jake. We're not doing that for our life. We're not benefiting ourselves there. So
no, it's probably going to be a one-time thing. All right. Training is life. That's going to do it for the surveys.